Breaking news that you absolutely need to hear right now. Tomorrow is a massive payout day with $2,200 IRS stimulus payments hitting bank accounts nationwide for seniors, SSDI, SSI, and low-income households. This isn't just another routine payment, this is a game-changing deposit that millions of Americans have been waiting for. But before I reveal all the crucial details about tomorrow's payout and exactly how you can make sure you receive your payment, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about these life-changing payments that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. You might be wondering, why is tomorrow so important? And how do I know if I qualify for this payment? Well, I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this significant payout day, including who qualifies, when exactly the money will hit your account, and what to do if you don't receive your payment right away. This information is absolutely crucial, especially if you're among the millions of Americans receiving Social Security, SSDI, SSI, or if you're in a low-income household. Let's dive straight into the biggest news, the $2,200 IRS stimulus payment arriving tomorrow. This payment is part of a targeted relief initiative designed specifically to help those who need it most during these challenging economic times. What makes this payment particularly special is how it's been structured to provide immediate financial relief to several specific groups of recipients. The first thing you need to understand is who exactly qualifies for tomorrow's payment. The IRS has established clear guidelines for eligibility, focusing primarily on seniors, SSDI recipients, SSI beneficiaries, and low-income households. But here's what's really interesting: even if you fall into one of these categories, there are some specific requirements you need to meet to ensure you receive your payment. Now, let's talk about the timing of tomorrow's deposits. Different banks will be processing these payments at different times throughout the day. Some recipients might see the money in their accounts as early as midnight, while others might need to wait until the end of the business day. But here's the key question: how can you know exactly when your payment will arrive? The answer lies in understanding how your specific bank handles government deposits. Many major banks have already prepared their systems for this massive payout day, and some have even set up special processing times specifically for these stimulus payments. This is why it's crucial to understand your bank's specific policies regarding government deposits. Let's address something that's causing some confusion: how this payment interacts with other benefits you might be receiving. If you're currently getting Social Security, SSDI, or SSI benefits, you might be wondering how this stimulus payment affects your regular benefits. The good news is that this payment is completely separate and won't impact your other benefit payments. Here's something particularly important for seniors who are receiving Social Security retirement benefits. The IRS has implemented special provisions to ensure that this group receives their payments efficiently. But there's something crucial you need to know about how these payments are being processed for Social Security recipients specifically. For SSDI recipients, the payment process works slightly differently. The IRS has coordinated with the Social Security Administration to ensure smooth delivery of these payments to SSDI beneficiaries. If you're receiving SSDI, there are some specific things you need to be aware of regarding tomorrow's payout. SSI recipients have their own set of considerations for tomorrow's payment. The payment process has been streamlined to ensure that SSI beneficiaries receive their funds without any unnecessary delays. But there are some important details about the timing and delivery of these payments that SSI recipients need to understand. Now, let's talk about low-income households. The IRS has established specific income thresholds to determine eligibility for these payments. If your household falls within these income limits, you might be eligible for tomorrow's payment even if you don't receive Social Security, SSDI, or SSI benefits. Here's something crucial about the verification process for these payments. The IRS has implemented a system to ensure that eligible recipients receive their payments automatically. However, there are some situations where you might need to take additional steps to verify your eligibility or update your information. Let's discuss the banking aspect of tomorrow's payout. If you have direct deposit set up with the IRS, your payment should be automatically deposited into your account. But what if you've recently changed banks or don't have direct deposit set up? There are specific steps you need to take immediately to ensure you receive your payment as quickly as possible. One question that keeps coming up is about the tax implications of this payment. Many recipients are wondering if they'll need to pay taxes on this stimulus payment or if it will affect their tax returns next year. The answer might surprise you, and it's important to understand the tax treatment of these funds. Now, let's address a common concern: What happens if you don't receive your payment tomorrow? The IRS has established a clear protocol for handling delayed or missing payments. There's no need to panic if your payment doesn't arrive immediately, but there are specific steps you should take if you don't receive your payment when expected. Here's something interesting about tomorrow's payout: it's being processed differently from previous stimulus payments. The IRS has implemented new systems and procedures to ensure faster delivery of these funds. Understanding these changes can help you better track and anticipate your payment. Let's talk about security measures. Unfortunately, whenever large government payments are announced, scammers try to take advantage of the situation. The IRS has warned about several specific scams targeting tomorrow's payout recipients. Knowing how to protect yourself from these scams is crucial. For those who help manage finances for family members, there are some special considerations to keep in mind. If you're assisting an elderly parent or disabled family member, there are specific procedures you need to follow to help them access their payment. Now, let's discuss how you can best use these funds. While everyone's situation is different, financial experts suggest considering a balanced approach between addressing immediate needs and planning for future expenses. Having a plan before the money arrives can help you maximize its benefit. Here's something practical about tomorrow's payout. Many banks are recommending that customers set up account alerts to know exactly when their payment arrives. This simple step can help you better manage and plan for these funds. Let's address the question of future payments. While tomorrow's payout is confirmed, many people are wondering if there will be additional payments in the future. While nothing is guaranteed, there are some interesting developments in discussions about future support payments. One aspect that's particularly important is how these payments affect different household configurations. Whether you live alone, with family members, or in a shared living situation, there might be specific considerations that apply to your situation. Now, let's talk about documentation. Keeping proper records of these payments is important, especially for future reference or if any questions arise about the payment. There are specific details you should document when you receive your payment. Here's something interesting about the economic impact of tomorrow's payout. When millions of Americans receive these payments simultaneously, it creates a significant boost to local economies. Understanding this broader impact can help you appreciate the full scope of this initiative. Let's discuss preparation for tomorrow's deposit. There are several steps you can take today to ensure you're ready when the payment arrives. This includes verifying your bank information, setting up alerts, and having a plan for the funds. For those who use online banking or mobile banking apps, there are some specific features you might want to look out for. Many banks have special designations for these government payments, making them easier to identify in your transaction history. Here's important information about customer service support. The IRS and major banks have increased their support staff to handle questions about tomorrow's payout. Knowing who to contact and when can save you time if you need assistance. Now, let's talk about the impact on different age groups. While seniors are a major focus of this payment, there are specific provisions for various age groups within the eligible categories. Understanding these distinctions can help you better understand your eligibility. Looking ahead to what happens after tomorrow's payout, it's important to understand how these funds might affect your overall financial planning. Whether you're using the money for immediate needs or saving for the future, having a clear strategy is crucial. Before we wrap up, let me share some final thoughts about what you should do to prepare for tomorrow. First, verify your banking information is current. Second, set up account alerts if possible. Third, have a plan for how you'll use these funds. And finally, know who to contact if you have any questions or concerns. That's all for today's update. But remember, if you want to stay informed about these payments and future financial opportunities, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and have notifications turned on. Drop a comment below letting me know how you plan to use your payment. And don't forget to share this video with friends and family who might benefit from this information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more important updates about your money.